Stay on with us. Akash, our defense colleague, is also joining us. Akash, so now the Indian Army has confirmed that 9 sites have been hit. We know that among them are Muridke and Bahawalpur, both inside Pakistan-occupied Kashmir as well as inside proper Pakistan. But the line of control has not been breached. These missiles have been launched from this side, from the Indian side of the LOC. What else are Army sources telling you?
Exactly. This was one missile attack on these 9 locations, Zaka, as you rightly pointed out. And this was, in fact, a joint operation, we have been told. In fact, officially it has been confirmed that Operation Sindoor was by the Indian Armed Forces. It means that it was a joint operation. An assessment would be conducted as to what was the kind of damage, that these attacks have done. But definitely, somewhere it is a confirmation by the armed forces that the sort of retaliation that everyone was anticipating for, this is that sort of retaliation. And Zaka, it is happening at a time when today, the western borders are booked because of the sort of NOTAM that has been issued. In the Arabian Sea, we have, the warnings issued. And in fact, at the LC, there was tensions because of, the sort of violation that was happening. In fact, today, there are several sort of exercises, mock drills that are conducted at this point in time at around, at around 1 a.m. today. These strikes were conducted at 9 different locations, both in POJK and in fact in Pakistan. We have been told the terrorists, in fact, the camps were targeted, Zaka, and it was a pre-planned, it was decided, much deliberated, and was successfully executed as far as Indian Army sources are concerned.
All right, Akash, so we have further details. I want to once again, if you're tuning in at this late hour, little past 2 a.m. in the morning, total of 9 locations have been hit, both inside Pakistan-occupied Kashmir as well as inside Pakistan. Among them are places like Muridke, Bahawalpur and Kotli. I think the Indian Army statement mentions 2 very important things, that A, no Pakistani military installations were targeted. It's a very clear signaling to the Pakistani military that, look, whatever targets have been hit are simply these terror launch pads, and this is in response to what happened in Pahalgam on the 22nd of April. And 2, the Indian Army statement also says very clearly that these hits are not escalatory in nature, basically telling Pakistan, do not retaliate, do not escalate. Akash, what does that mean?
Right. So, Zaka, this was a pre-planned move, as I mentioned earlier, and Indian Army's statement, in fact, this statement by the Indian Armed Forces is somewhere, categorizing it. In fact, it has been categorically mentioned that, no military installation, was targeted. In fact, we had chance from last 7 to 8 days. We have been seeing that how planning has been going on. Finally, these targets were decided. It was a calibrated move, in fact, where no, airspace violation was there. In fact, forces did not cross the LC, which is line of control between India and Pakistan. And in fact, no sort of violation was there. These strikes were conducted, staying within the boundaries and targeting the terrorist site. It has been categorically mentioned that no civilians, in fact, site or no military site. Yes, there were 9 different targets, and these targets have been successfully hit. But then it was not an escalatory move because no military site has been targeted. And
okay,
in fact,
Akash,